Hey everyone, I hope it's been a great day for you. Gosh, it's hard to believe the weekend went by so fast. It always seems that way, like the weekend's never long enough. I am going to jump into a little story today and thought I would share something personal with you guys today. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Dorothy. And I help teach and train network marketers, internet marketers, home-based business owners how to take their businesses online and leverage social media to grow their businesses and grow their prospects and their recruits. But today, I'm going to talk about life strategies. We all have stuff that happens to us in life, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes, it's bad. And my story began, I guess I'll pick up, in 2011, when I was recovering from a divorce. I'd been married for 13 years, and it wasn't such a great marriage, unfortunately. And so in 2011, I was on my own. I was selling a house. I was restarting my life. I was reinventing myself. And I learned very quickly to not get stuck in the junk of life. And what I mean by that is sometimes you can dwell so much on what happened, what hurt you, what someone has done or didn't do, or whatever the case may be. And you can let that keep you from moving forward. And you can get so caught up in that crap that you don't utilize the opportunity you have in front of you. And so I promised myself that I was not going to do that, that I wasn't going to let that sort of thing hold me back. And so from the time that I got the divorce, which I absolutely had to get, I had no choice there due to my situation. I was stuck selling the house by myself. And it took me over a year to do that. And finally, that was done. I got my own place. And I practically sold everything that I owned just because I wanted to start fresh and I wanted to start new. And I wanted to just have a brand new life rather than the one that had just happened, And I laugh about it now, but it was a very difficult time. But the one thing that got me unstuck was constantly looking forward to what I had in front of me, to look forward to that new opportunity that I had in front of me. And after a while, I got excited because I had been down in the dumps for a long time. I'd been disappointed, I wanted to have a family like everybody had talked about. But instead of dwelling on those things, I just kept myself moving forward. I started to dream. I started to make a goals list. I started to make like a bucket list, what do I really want to do? And I started getting excited about my life again. And this didn't happen overnight, certainly. And it didn't happen, I'd say it probably happened in about maybe a year, 6 months to a year. And then the one thing that I did that made a huge difference was I started to work out. I started to eat right. That really does so much more for your brain. It makes you feel optimistic and happier every day. So after that period of time, I got so much ambition inside of me that I moved out of my small town and I moved to San Antonio. I lived there for a year. And then after a year, I was cut from that job. So it was another tragic thing that quickly I had to adapt to, figure out how to utilize it to my advantage and maximize the potential of how can I utilize this to my benefit? How can I take this thing that's meant to harm me, but utilize it for my best self and maximize my life? And that, I think, is the key. When things happen to you that are just so like, oh, I can't believe that happened to me. What am I going to do? I lost my job, or this person left me, or whatever the case may be. Instead of dwelling in that muck and mire and letting it overcome you, take a clear second and a clear head to write down, how can I utilize this to maximize my life and finally get what I want out of life? How can I take this and turn it into a positive? As cheesy as that sounds, you can do it. And so after I left San Antonio, guess where I came? I moved here to Austin, found an absolutely amazing job, and that happened probably in the matter of a month, which was like that a couple of summers ago. And I finally built my house, bought my house. I'm very happy right now, and I'm here to tell you that I think the key is having God in your life, having that faith to know that every situation is going to turn out to benefit you in some sort of way. You just have to trust. And number two, creating that goal set in your life and keeping so focused on it that you just don't let any of it get in your way, that you find that avenue in which to take, that this finally feels good, and just not dwelling on all the junk that happened. The more you dwell on the stuff that happened to you, the more you get stuck, and the more you just can't move forward. And the best compliment I had a friend of mine say, hey, you look younger than you did when you were married. And I think that's really funny, because I was married for 13 years and I was way younger back then. But to be honest, I do feel younger now, and I think it's all because of the resilience that you can have about a situation, and the trust and the faith you can have in yourself and your God, knowing that you are going to overcome and that you're going to utilize it as a situation to better yourself and to ultimately win. So that's just a little bit of my story, and I hope in some amazing way that this helps you. And if you have a friend, anyone that's going through a hard time, if you'd like to share this with them, please do. I get a lot of people asking me because they know what's happened to me in the last 6 years, and I love helping people move forward and get unstuck. So I hope this helped you today, and I hope you've had a great Monday. We made it through, so here we go. Hey, you guys have a great evening, and I will be back on Wednesday when it's Wellness Wednesday. So you guys take care. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.